Okay, now on the biggest stage in combat sports history, the main event, I think Ilia Topuria is gonna make it 18-0 and do what he's done again and again and again, which is just beat legends, stamp his name as one of the greats. Now imagine if Ilia gets this done the way he says he's gonna do it, 18-0, and then he just sits cage side in Vegas, International Fight Week, and watches Max and Conor. That's spicy. This is honestly, like, this is cool. I can't wait till Monday. I thought it was Sunday or Monday. Well, I can't wait to watch this because it's cool. Like, I'm gonna now go watch, well, clean the living room first, make a new space, and I'm gonna watch.
Anticipation has skyrocketed for UFC White House, now just a day away. All eyes are on Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Ahead of the clash, MMA insiders have shared their final predictions. Israel Adesanya believes Ilia Topuria is on track to continue his undefeated ascent. Adesanya highlights Topuria's wins over elite-level opposition as proof he is already establishing himself among the sport's greats. He adds that another dominant performance could set up an even bigger spotlight at International Fight Week, further solidifying Topuria's legacy on the biggest stage. Demetrius Johnson similarly recognizes the significant danger Justin Gaethje presents. However, Johnson argues this is precisely the type of fight where Ilia Topuria truly thrives. He explains that while Gaethje relies heavily on pressure and grappling-focused exchanges, Topuria exhibits even greater precision in those same areas, demonstrating superior efficiency when operating under duress. Ultimately, Johnson favors Topuria, emphasizing the challenger's consistency and his proven ability to finish opponents in high-stakes moments.
See a threat from Justin Gaethje, but that threat from Justin Gaethje is where Ilia Topuria shines the most, right? Like with Charles Oliveira, key to victory for Charles Oliveira, key to victory for Ilia Topuria against Charles Oliveira, don't get taken down, don't allow him to get on your back, a body triangle, don't allow him to keep, the teeth, and when you drop, when he falls down, don't allow him just to get up. Engage in the grappling, where Justin Gaethje doesn't use those tools that Charles Oliveira does. Justin Gaethje's tools that he likes to go and build a house with is the same tool that Ilia Topuria does, and Ilia Topuria does it better. So, with all that being said, I'm sure you guys know where I'm gonna go with. I'm going to Ilia Topuria because he does not mind taking a shot, and I think he's just very good about executing.
Adding to that momentum, Tom Aspinall described Justin Gaethje as a dangerous and experienced fighter, equipped with strong wrestling, power, and striking tools. However, Aspinall suggested that Gaethje might be slightly past his peak. He conceded that while Gaethje remains an ever-present threat, he believes Ilia Topuria is currently operating at a level too elevated for him to overcome.
I think that Justin Gaethje is a good fighter in his own right. I think he's past his best, to be honest. Carries a lot of power, got good grappling as well, really good wrestler. I just don't think that anybody is anywhere close to the level of Ilia Topuria right now. The only thing is, I think that Gaethje is a little bit more active. Obviously, he fights more often, but I don't think that makes a difference to someone like Ilia Topuria, to be honest. I think that activity, it's a good thing, but it also puts a lot of miles on the it puts a lot of miles on the clock being so active, especially in title fights. So I do think that Gaethje's got a chance. He's a tough guy, punches really hard, good grappling, good stand-up as well, good chopping low kicks that he does, good uppercuts, good overhand right, good takedown defense. But I think that Topuria's way too much.
Tom Aspinall further broke down Ilia Topuria, describing him as a sharp, trap-setting boxer with elite timing and defensive awareness. Aspinall predicted that Topuria's power and grappling defense would eventually overwhelm Justin Gaethje.
Short guy, low center of gravity, a lot of power, and I think a lot of people look at his punches and think he's a really heavy puncher, which he is, but it's the way that he sets it up that's really good. He'll set traps really well, and he does things like really subtly and with small movements, which people don't see. Like, he'll do things that make you react in a certain way, and then the next time he'll make you react in the same way and do something different, if that makes sense. Like, he just sets his punches up so well. He's also got a really, because he's a short guy and he stands with his feet wide, he's got a really low center of gravity. He's hard to take down, he's hard to keep down as well. And his offensive grappling is really good. I just think that his power for Justin Gaethje is going to be way too much. The way he sets up his punches, the way he mixes it up between strikes and takedowns, I think it's going to be way too much for Gaethje. I think Gaethje's took too many big shots in his career to be taking those kind of shots off someone like Ilia Topuria.
From a more personal perspective, Ilia Topuria anticipates an explosive fight, labeling it a violent clash between two aggressive styles. He predicts chaos, but insists he will be the one standing victorious when the dust settles. Topuria declared, "Me and Justin bring very entertaining styles." It's gonna be a banger because when you put together two guys with the styles that we have, you get fire. One of us is gonna get burned in that fire, and it's not gonna be me. Justin Gaethje, meanwhile, takes a more reflective stance, emphasizing gratitude and purpose ahead of this high-profile event. He explains he views his career as an opportunity to inspire others through resilience and accountability rather than status or ego. He even mused, "Do you start to believe that like destiny is playing in this, or do you not?"
You start to believe that like destiny is playing in this, or do you not play with any of that?
I think my destiny is to inspire people through my actions. I don't think that I deserve anything more than anybody else. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't think I've been chosen by God. I constantly thank God for these opportunities and for this life and for the opportunity. I ask to be used in the best way possible. If that's losing and then showing people that life goes on and you could still, have the desire to be happy and live, then that can happen. Then I'll take that. Whatever. But I don't think I'm better than or I deserve anything. I think I've been put here to show people how to be accountable and to thrive.
Justin Gaethje, notably, also embraces the underdog role. He acknowledged Ilia Topuria's dominance, but affirmed he thrives specifically in these high-pressure fights.
Where do you rank him against the names that we consider greats, like those names? Where do you rank him in his
He's up there. I mean, his last 3 fights have been spectacular. He is one of the best in the world. He is the best in the world right now. He's considered the best in the world. Top 2. He's number 2 on the pound-for-pound division list. And yeah, this is a huge task for me. Huge challenge. I'm a huge underdog. And I love the challenge.
Justin Gaethje has also stated that beating a fighter on Ilia Topuria's current legendary run would be a massive boost for his own legacy. He called the potential fight movie-worthy and one of the biggest possible stories in MMA, adding, "Where do you think a win against someone who's actually having this legendary run and has done what Ilia Topuria has done would put you in this whole thing?"
Where do you think a win against someone who's actually having this legendary run and has done what Ilia has done would put you in this whole thing?
Yeah, I think it will absolutely solidify me as obviously the most exciting, the most consistent, but one of the most legendary fighters that's ever stepped inside this cage. And I've been a huge fan of this sport since the beginning, and I've seen everybody's career. I've seen everybody's story, and yeah, I think mine would be at the top. This is movie.
Ilia Topuria dismisses comparisons to Justin Gaethje, arguing the highlight possesses no clear advantage over him in any specific area.
Haga mejor que tú.
And is there anything that Justin does better than you?
No sé, la verdad que no he pensado en eso, me pillas un poquito frío, pero no sé, se echa mejores siestas que yo delante del público, eso es.
I haven't thought about this, but I mean, he just kind of throws himself out to the public. He throws himself out there more than I do.
Ilia Topuria also predicts Justin Gaethje will attempt to adjust his style, utilizing more wrestling, kicks, and tactical pacing to drag the fight into the later rounds. Despite these efforts, Topuria believes it will not change the ultimate outcome.
I think that we are gonna see a completely different Justin that we used to see. He's gonna show up in a completely different style. He's gonna try to wrestle. He's gonna try to come out with the hard kicks, with the inside leg low kicks outside, with the high kicks, with the strategy to go to later rounds and then be like fading and come up with the punches. So what we are expecting is to see a completely different Justin that we used to see.
Anthony Smith introduces a different layer to the discussion, questioning whether Ilia Topuria is fully locked in mentally heading into this fight. He suggests that at the elite level, even subtle distractions outside the octagon can influence performance in ways not always apparent to fans or analysts. Smith implies that while Topuria appears composed publicly, the real question is whether everything in his personal and professional life is aligned for a high-pressure clash of this magnitude.
But I haven't seen Ilia super bothered by anything specific that anyone's ever said about him, but he was very, very bothered when Justin even remotely mentioned his wife.
Yeah.
Or his ex-wife or whatever. He was very, very triggered by that. And so, to your point, he did go through a lot and he had a lot going on. And we can pretend like these guys are professional athletes and they're just machines and it doesn't matter. I can tell you from firsthand experience, what happens in your personal life will always show its ugly face in your fighting career, unless your name is John Jones. That's the one caveat when I tell all the young guys at the gym: if you don't have your personal life together, if you don't manage your baby mama drama, if you don't keep your shit together, it will show its face in your career, unless you're John.
Rafael Fiziev has weighed in on the potential clash between Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. Fiziev warns that Topuria has the capability to shut anyone's lights out at any moment, but also reminds fans of MMA's inherent unpredictability. As a fighter who has already shared the octagon with Justin Gaethje twice, Fiziev understands the first-hand danger and intense pressure involved in facing the highlight.
Topuria хороший боксер, а у Джастина как бы что есть против хорошего боксера? Это тоже боксер, тоже быть боксером. Как бы сложно, да, против Топурии Джастина будет, я тоже думаю. Но это ММА, и в ММА всегда все может поменяться там за 5 секунд, за одним ударом все может поменяться, и ты можешь просто ничего не помнить. Но, конечно, считывать счетов то, что Топурия прекрасный боксер и может подключить свет в любую секунду, это, конечно, много стоит.
From a betting and outcome perspective, Stephen Barnhill Jr. observes that Ilia Topuria enters as a significant favorite on the card, with odds heavily favoring him against Justin Gaethje. Barnhill Jr. highlights Gaethje's determined mindset, noting his focus on offensive wrestling, proven durability, and a clear willingness to trade heavy shots rather than fight cautiously. He adds that Gaethje is determined to force an all-action contest, expecting the matchup to remain exciting for as long as it lasts.
Ilia Topuria, one of the biggest favorites on the card. I think minus 450, almost minus 500, depending on the day. And Justin Gaethje, not many people giving him a lot of a chance here. He says he's working his offensive wrestling for this fight. He says he's coming to lay it all on the line. He's not coming to the White House to put on a boring fight. He said, I'm durable. I'm gonna get in there. I'm not afraid of his punches. I'm gonna throw some big ones of my own. Let's see if he can withstand mine. Yeah. And I love the attitude. I do think the fight's gonna be exciting for as long as it lasts.
Stephen believes Justin Gaethje could find success in close-range exchanges against Ilia Topuria, particularly in the clinch with uppercuts and hooks. He also warns that Gaethje possesses dangerous tools like sneaky head kicks, noting that Topuria has been visibly affected by kicks before. However, despite acknowledging these potential paths to victory for Gaethje, Stephen ultimately predicts a second-round knockout win for Topuria, anticipating a potentially wild opening round.
Justin can have some success in the clinch, right? Yep. So I think he can pop the head down a little bit, have some success with the uppercuts and the hooks. Ilia also has very dangerous uppercuts and hooks, though he has to be careful. Yep. Justin is sneaky with the head kicks, right? We saw the only time Ilia's ever been rocked in the UFC was by head kick. We saw Dustin in his last KO finish, I think it was, knocked out Dustin Poirier with a head kick. So there are some paths to victory for Justin. That said, I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm going to make my final prediction of the video, Ilia Topuria's second round knockout. But I think it's going to be interesting in the first round, and it may be wild.
Arman Tsarukyan initially favored Ilia Topuria, but he maintains a profound respect for Justin Gaethje's formidable danger, unequivocally refusing to count him out. Tsarukyan points to Gaethje's established history of unsettling younger, top-tier strikers and consistently competing at the sport's highest echelons, emphasizing that any potential clash remains intensely contested and undeniably unpredictable.
I think Ilia Topuria, but Justin, he's a OG, you know, and you never know. Like when he fought with Fiziev, everybody thought young and like a good striker gonna knock him out, but he went there and showed that still he's a Still, he can compete in the high.
Regarding the potential early chaos, Nick Barnhill expects an explosive first round between Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje, highlighting Topuria's confidence in a clear finish plan. He warns Gaethje's best chance might come if Topuria fixates too much on one specific game plan, though Barnhill doesn't anticipate him completely abandoning adaptability. Ultimately, Barnhill states Topuria appears exceptionally prepared and confident in the fight's projected outcome.
The round one's going to be insane. Ilia Topuria is so good, and he really has basically told everybody that I know exactly how I'm going to finish this fight. And the only thing that holds me back and maybe gives Justin Gaethje a little bit more of a chance is if Ilia gets stubborn and he starts solely focusing on what he says he's going to finish this fight with. Now, in a fight, anything can happen. And I don't predict that Ilia Topuria is going to go exclusively look for an uppercut. But I think if he is kind of setting the stage for like, I know exactly how it's going to happen, I'm going to post a video and show you guys exactly what I've been working on, and it's going to line up perfectly for Justin Gaethje. He's
like
not
the
gonna...
Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo in the back room, you know?
Yeah. But apparently he's done it weeks ago. And so he knows exactly what's going to...
Nick Barnhill describes Justin Gaethje as pure human dynamite, capable of turning any fight into a violent, prolonged contest. He then highlights Ilia Topuria's confidence in an early finish, noting that for Gaethje, merely surviving into the later rounds would itself be a significant statement. Barnhill adds that Topuria's belief, while extreme, is fully justified by his consistent knockout track record.
Gaethje is just like a human dynamite. He's going to go out there and he's going to make this fight interesting for as long as it lasts. Ilia Topuria said it's going to be done in one. He's going to get this fight done within 5 minutes. And if it goes into the second round, what does that mean? It's almost like that alone is a victory for Justin Gaethje. If he can go out there and at least get it into the second round, he'll be able to have that one thing over Ilia, right? Like, obviously Ilia is the favorite for good reason. He's undefeated. He's already changed his Instagram bio to 18-0. Before he was the champion, on his bio, he was the UFC champion. So the confidence is oozing out of this guy. It's almost at a point now where it's arrogance, but I'm still willing to ride the train with Ilia because everything he said so far has come to fruition. Every bit of his confidence has been warranted because of his performances inside the...
Offering a clear counterpoint, Michael Chandler is backing Justin Gaethje. Chandler points to Gaethje's strong wrestling base, relentless pressure, and extensive experience in high-level wars as critical advantages. While acknowledging Ilia Topuria's impressive rise, Chandler suggests that Gaethje's renowned durability and ability to maintain a brutal pace could ultimately tip a close fight in his favor, particularly if it evolves into a prolonged, physical battle of attrition.
Oh man, I mean, my heart says Justin. You know, he and I have become friendly over the last couple of years, cut from the same cloth, wrestlers, college wrestlers, hardworking mom and dad. Ilia Topuria is just about as unbeatable as we have seen in a very long time. But with that being said, nobody stays undefeated in this sport. And if anybody has the ability to knock off Ilia Topuria, take his undefeated streak, take his belt, it's Justin Gaethje, especially with this much on the line. On America's birthday, on the 250th anniversary of this great nation of ours, I'm leaning towards Gaethje. I think he's going to get the job.
However, not all analyses favor Justin Gaethje's durability in such a scenario. Rafael Fiziev, for instance, offers a clear warning. A pure striking exchange with Ilia Topuria would be extremely dangerous given Topuria's knockout power. Fiziev noted that, at this stage of Gaethje's career, the margin for error is significantly smaller. He cautioned that a high-paced firefight could swiftly turn in Topuria's direction if he connects, adding, "I don't want this fight, honestly."
I don't want this fight, honestly. Yeah, because, bro, he's almost 38 years old now. And if we look how he in shape in this fight, he looked not so good. And fight against Ilia on stand-up, no wrestle, boxing, man, that's dangerous for him, very dangerous for him. And Ilia, he's like, he can turn off the lights very easy, like, but it's MMA, I know, I understand this MMA, like, everything can change it, like, every second, but still, it's for Justin. Like, honestly, I don't want to see this.
Chase Hooper offers a personal take on the debate, admitting his emotions lean towards Justin Gaethje, citing the highlights chaotic fighting style. However, he acknowledges that the broader analyst consensus currently sides with Ilia Topuria, attributing it to El Matador's recent dominance, momentum, and consistent high-level performances.
I really am rooting for Justin, but damn, it's so hard to see Ilia just, you know, steamrolling through all of the legends of the sport and all of these guys that I guess I've, you know, seen as like the very top level guys, you know, the Max Holloways, the Volkanovskis, the Charles Oliveira's. I hope for Justin's sake that he's able to get that win, but damn, that's a tough test. And I mean, smart money's on Ilia, obviously, but I'm pulling for Justin for sure.
Building on that same line of thought, Adrian Yanez reinforces this sentiment regarding Ilia Topuria. Yanez points to Topuria's impressive string of elite finishes against top-tier opposition, highlighting his current confidence, precise execution, and ability to decisively close out fights. He frames Topuria as a fighter operating at absolute peak efficiency right now.
So I'm gonna go Topuria. I like Justin Gaethje. I always love watching his style, but at the same time, he's closer to the end than the beginning, and Ilia Topuria is just in his prime. He's knocked out some of the best fighters in the world in his last couple fights, and you know, you got Max, you have Max, you have Volkanovski, and then you also have Charles Oliveira. And honestly, just those three names alone, that's some serious star power right there. So I'm gonna go Topuria. I don't like this fight for Gaethje.
Further bolstering that consensus, Jan Blachowicz delivered an even more definitive assessment. He describes Ilia Topuria as operating at a level that clearly separates him from much of the division. Blachowicz's view emphasizes a stark gap in form and consistency, highlighting that Topuria isn't just winning, but performing in an entirely different tier altogether.
Ilia Topuria is, you know, like he is like the, you know, the best right now in the one of the best in the UFC right now. He's on the different level than other guys, in my opinion.
As expert analysis emerges, the overall outlook remains divided, though recent form increasingly sways opinion. Justin Gaethje's supporters continue to emphasize his chaos, durability, and relentless pressure as his most viable path to victory. In contrast, the majority of analysts point to Ilia Topuria's precision, unwavering confidence, and consistent finishing ability as the definitive advantages heading into this matchup.